Good morning, Pisces. How are you? I hope you are well. The energy's kind of huge today, just to kind of give you a bit of a heads up. So if you want to pause and go and get a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, I've already finished my coffee. So that's the kind of day we're having. Let's just get straight into it. You can see already I've got a card here. Now the reason the one card is out is because it kept falling out and showing itself from this deck. It was really determined. I put it back. I kind of was thinking, should I start the reading with this card since it's showing itself to me? And I kind of went, put it back in, shuffled, and it jumped back out again and like jumped onto my hand. So it's like definitely wants to say something. So this card could mean a number of different things. It could mean somebody's met the one, or somebody's wishing for the one, right? Somebody's like going for the soulmate. It could mean putting yourself first, thinking about yourself first, number one. Yeah, I feel like something Pisces needs to do quite often. You do tend to give a lot to others, so sometimes you do need to put yourself first, look after the one, like put your own gas mask on, right, before you can put everybody else's on. Another meaning of this card, which I think we'll get to when I read from the book, is that it's the universe, the one, everything's connected, everything came from stardust, and there's cycles, there's the water cycle, the leaves fall and become mush to feed more trees, so everything is connected, everything is one big thing, kind of thing, so collective consciousness, something like that. So whatever it means to you today is absolutely fine. Do use your own intuition when it comes to readings. Let's read from the book. Let's see what the one wants to tell us, since it was so insistent. The one card today is almost as bossy as Capricorn was. Oh, before I do though, I just really wanted to say a big thank you to everybody who's supporting my channel, who's sharing my videos with friends. It really, really helps me out. Pisces' reading last week did super well. Thank you to the person who shared it on Facebook. It was very, very kind of you. And the Aquarius reading yesterday, I've been getting not very many views this week. I don't know if it's because people are busy for Christmas, this set of readings. I don't know if it's because people are busy for Christmas, or if it's maybe something to do with the thumbnails not resonating. I don't know what it was. I don't stress about it. I'm like, the messages will find the people they're meant to get to. I'm not doing it for views. But obviously the more people the videos reach, the more it helps people. So this morning when I saw how many views Aquarius had yesterday, I was quite shocked. I was like, well, why did that happen? But whatever the reason, I'm really glad that so many people connected with it. So again, thank you to the people who are supporting my channel. Even if you don't click the like or subscribe button or share it or comment, even if you just come in and watch it, that still helps me out. So thank you to everybody for supporting me. Really, really glad that people are getting something from the videos, because that's why I'm doing it at the end of the day. So the one, non-duality, one love, unus mundus. Our ability to experience this archetype firsthand is limited. It comes in brief and potent moments that we are left to savour for a lifetime. Oh, interesting. The one is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense this intimate union. This archetype eludes us most of our lives, appearing as a concept in a distant galaxy. Funny, I watched Star Wars last night, the first one that was made, A New Hope. Yet when we are in the midst of its power, a solemn reverence falls across the land. We glimpse ourselves in the vastness of all consciousness, and we are neither small nor large within that field. We are neither important nor unimportant. All duality fades away, and we are left with what is, the precious knowing that life is a gift, and we are both the giver and the receiver of this fortune. Life is a gift. When light serves, loves, accepts, resonates. When dark, ignores, omits, excludes. Go deeper. James Turrell's The Colour Inside, the poem Self-Portrait by David White, spelt with a Y instead of an I. The unus mundus is a circle representing the unity of existence. It is possible that the beginning and the end. Is it possible that the beginning and the end of all things is love? I mean, if I was going to prioritise anything. It is said that Om is the primordial sound of the universe, and that all other mantras are born from it. Simply imagining this possibility will activate the one. Okay. So understanding that you're part of a bigger system. Now, I was getting an interesting message through the other day, and it was almost about, it was like breaking traditions, people breaking traditions, or putting love first, prioritizing love against obstacles, against all odds, because that breaks down barriers so that other people can follow. So it's like the pioneers of love. Okay, the Romeo and Juliet's, the what are the names? Maria and Anthony in West Side Story. I can't remember his name. You know, the people who break the rules and love, because love is the most important thing, isn't it? Like, if you don't have those connections, like, why do we exist? Do we exist to earn money, to have nice shoes? You know, is that a really good core value to have? Like, what is the priority? And this doesn't mean a romantic love. It can mean friendship, family, any kind of connection, loving yourself, putting yourself first. So it's interesting, this interconnectedness. Now, another card wanted to show itself from this deck. It was on the bottom. Again, I thought, should I take it? Carried on shuffling and it popped out. So it was yin yang, right? When yin yang come together, it makes the whole. It's the balance, the equilibrium of the universe. So we've got we've got 30 and 22. I don't know if those numbers are relevant. 1, 22, 30. Perhaps I've just shouted out someone's passcode, someone's pin code or something. So I don't know. The universe is really trying to tell me something today. So I'm going to leave that there as whatever that is. I really feel like we're on the verge of something. It's like all my past readings are coming back up. All the past messages are coming up and coming together. It's like all my past videos with this jigsaw puzzle, like pieces of this jigsaw puzzle. And now it feels like I'm on the verge of completing the jigsaw puzzle, of finally seeing the big picture of what all these messages are that have been coming through. It feels big. And like Aquarius yesterday, I had this feeling of like real deja vu, like I've done this reading before. And it was all this stuff about eyes and colours, which actually turned out to be your reading. Now, I couldn't find it at the time, so maybe that's significant. But yeah, it turned out to be your reading last time, Pisces. The stuff about colours, and like then I was getting loads of rainbow songs after I finished the reading. Right, let's just get into what I got. So I had a dream, and it was a dream of a family, a mother, a father, and 2 children. I think it was a boy and a girl. So, you know, typical family. They were on holiday in some kind of city. It looked like a Mediterranean city. The mum was trying to get the kids out of the house. They were off going somewhere. I looked out of the balcony and I could see the city. It's like very orangey coloured. And then the dad came along. Now, I heard him come in. It was like he was wearing flip-flops or sandals or something. I heard him come in on the tile floor, and I turned and looked up, and he was wearing, he had, I don't know if it was a wig, but he had a ginger mullet. Ginger mullet. And it was like this shock of like, why have you got a ginger mullet? So it's something unexpected, something unpredictable. I think I used that as the title for, I think it was Capricorn's reading. So something unexpected. It's like core values, core tradition, like, you know, a nuclear family, but then something unexpected. So there's something to that. Oh, they were going to the market. I don't know if that's relevant either. No tricks, hands up. Then I had this sort of image of like people with the hands up, like hands up, and then turning slowly around so that it was like, so people could see, you know, when say if you're watching something like Star Wars and people are going into to see someone, to have a meeting, and the guards are like, right, okay, like put your hands up, show me, like turn slowly so I can see if you've got any weapons on you. So it's like hands up. It was like I've got nothing to hide, no tricks, nothing to hide, hands up. So it's like somebody's either coming clean, or there's like all will be revealed, but maybe somebody's got something up the sleeve. I don't know. Funny. the songs that came through for you. Now, this is where some of the craziness happens. Everything Has Changed by Ed Sheeran and Taylor Swift. Now, he's got ginger hair too. Interesting. Everything Has Changed. All I Know Is You Held the Door. Your eyes feel like coming home. Is that what they say? So again, this thing about eyes. Everything has changed. Okay, then The Cave by Mumford and Sons, and this is what I mean, The Cave by Mumford and Sons keeps coming through in my readings, to the point where I'm a bit sick of it now, but there's so much to unravel in that song. The lyrics are really interesting, there's a lot there to unpick, so do go and have a look at the lyrics of that song, it may be relevant. What's coming through is this kind of like this siren's call, or this, a lot of people I think have been trapped in relationships. Now this could be any kind of relationship, work, family, romantic interest, friendship relationships, where they've been emotionally manipulated or controlled in some way, and it's like suddenly seeing clearly, and it's like, I'm not falling for that anymore. Whatever kept you there, it's like, I'm not falling for it anymore. I'm going to block my ears, tie my hands to the post. I'll know my name when it's called again, right? Somebody's leaving a relationship. I'll know my name when it's called again. You take what is yours and I'll take mine. Right, okay. You are my destiny. Oh, that's Ty-Ho. You are my destiny. Smile by Masie Peters. I've got bridges to burn, places to run. My smile is a loaded gun. Something about my crown. Crowns are coming through. If he tries to control me, he's finished. So it's like, maybe someone's saying you've got one last shot. I mean, it's she, he, doesn't matter. You can switch it around as you need to. They. Yeah, if he tries to control me, he's finished. It's like something about changing your ways in that Cave song. If somebody doesn't change their ways, they're finished. It's like somebody's got one more shot, but maybe they've broken it. Maybe they've gone back to that same pattern of behaviour, and somebody's not taking it anymore. Taking what's mine, take what she's owed. And then I really like Did I Stutter. Now this was coming through the other day through a different song. It was like, I can't for the life of me remember what song it was, but I was thinking about this Masie Peters song, Did I Stutter? It's like, maybe this person's been able to bully you in the past. You know, you can't get your words out, you can't speak to this person, you can't explain, because this person's coming through as really controlling and kind of domineering and emotionally manipulative. It's like they control the story, they control the narrative. You can't find the words to fight back. But now it's like you've realised what they're doing, and the words are coming to you clearly. You know exactly what you want to say. And so maybe they're shocked because you're like, did I stutter? Like, did you hear me correctly? Did I stutter? You know, it's like, I don't know, it feels powerful. A Little Wicked. Nobody calls you honey when you're sitting on a throne. Beware the patient woman. I'm gonna take that boy's crown, or I'm gonna take that boy's crown. So either way, it resonates. Again, this thing about crown. It's like coming into your own power, being the emperor or the empress, and suddenly you can't be pushed around anymore. Bad Things by Chase Everett. I don't know how that slipped in there. Then I got, While the Cave was playing by Mumford and Sons, the Hierophant card came out. So it's almost like this higher spirituality, trusting God, or it's coming through as this controlling, I just heard controlling the narrative, this controlling entity in our lives that we need to break through, or that we need to escape from. I Need Freedom Now, the Sun card came out, which is, you can't make that up. I Need Freedom Now, the Sun card, which represents freedom. The Hangman came out in reverse. Somebody's been patient for a long time, and now it's time to take action. They've seen things from a different perspective. They're seeing things clearly. Then I got My All by Mariah Carey. My All, right, the one. If it's wrong to love you, then my heart just won't let me be right. I was getting this stuff through before that song came out about. I was kind of trying to organise my thoughts and think through what I was going to say. And I was getting, it's like everything's shifted. What was right and wrong is now being looked at in a new way, and what is right is now wrong, and what was wrong is now right. It's like all the things perhaps we were told we can't be, suddenly that's the right way to be. Like if you're told you shouldn't be sexually expressive, suddenly it's like, well, there's power in me being sexually expressive. It's wrong of you to suppress that. Or it's like if you've been in a relationship, like the idea of having a traditional marriage perhaps where you stay in that marriage, it's wrong to leave a marriage. But then if that marriage is not working, if it's unhealthy within that marriage, perhaps you've grown apart, perhaps you married somebody and now you realise what they're like, you know, it's unhealthy, it's wrong to stay in that marriage, especially if you've got kids and you're fighting all the time, or because then it teaches the kids that that's a normal relationship when it's not, if there's you know, some kind of emotional manipulation going on. So it's like suddenly what is right becomes wrong, and actually leaving that relationship, you know, it's like, say a guy leaves a relationship because the marriage isn't right, it's like he's the bad guy for walking out on his family. But is he really the bad guy if he's going for true love? And staying in that relationship would have hurt the children, because it's teaching the children to stay in unhealthy relationships. Do you see what I mean? It's like everything's on its head all of a sudden. Nothing's black and white anymore. Everything, what's right is wrong, what's wrong is right. Everything has changed. Everything has changed. I think this is to do with Jupiter and Saturn, who've been in Capricorn for a long time. Saturn and Capricorn are both very kind of traditional, very, very traditional, kind of like sticking to the rules type energies. These planets are both moving on the 17th and the 19th of December into Aquarius. Aquarius is a much more progressive sign. They look at things from a lot of different angles. They can see beyond the black and white. They can reassess and evaluate and move forward and innovate. So I think it's something to do with these planets moving. It's like everybody's been getting lined up to make big shifts in their life and break the chains, right? Break the rules, but breaking the rules in a good way, because it's like in West Side Story, right? Because they're crossing this kind of divide. Okay, as I said, it's the energy is bonkers. The energies are bonkers today, Pisces. I'm excited, I'm nervous, interesting to see where this goes. Now, I've been saying this to all signs this week. On the 21st of December, Jupiter and Saturn actually align. They come into conjunction. They do this I think it's like every 20 or 30 years. I'm not a big brain scientist. I don't know all the rules of the skies, okay? I just communicate some of the messages. So these two planets do come into alignment. It's a very rare event as it is, because they're both so slow moving. It takes a long time for them to come back into alignment. But this particular alignment, these two planets being together in Aquarius, hasn't happened for 800 years. So it's big, and it feels big right now. Like my back is suddenly boiling. And you know what? Considering this feels like such a big event, it feels like a big culmination of all my reading so far. I'm not dressed for the occasion. I'm in my like scruffy old like fisherman jumper with like chipped nail varnish. So I'm sorry that I'm not dressed appropriately for this reading. Right, randomizing a song for you, just to say it's 11:14, so we've just missed 11:11. I wonder what I was saying when it was 11:11. Go back 3 minutes, what was I saying? So let's randomize a song for you. I'm randomizing Christmas songs, so happy Hanukkah to those who are celebrating that. If you are not religious in any way, or if you come from a different religion, that's totally fine. Everybody is welcome here, right? It's the channel for the one. We're all part of one big machine at the end of the day. We're all part of the same universe, so everybody's welcome here. But I am randomizing Christmas songs. I do celebrate Christmas, so if you're not into it, just take the lyrics and the meaning of the song. You know, what is that song trying to communicate? What's the situation? There could be something in there for you, even if you don't particularly celebrate Christmas. So Pisces. I just got Lord of the Skies. So maybe you're the Lord of the Skies at the moment, Pisces, I don't know. What do we have for you? Bring Me Love by John Legend. I don't think I know this one. I'm going to listen to it. I'm sad. Do you know what? Because I know what's on this playlist. I checked to see if it was on there because I love it. I'm sad that Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani's new Christmas song hasn't come through in a reading, because I love it and I'm totally into their story, and they symbolise for me so well this kind of because they just seem like they're so in love, and they're so different, but seem so good for each other. Like, I'm obsessed with them. But they have both, they actually came together. Now, I didn't know a lot about their backstory. I didn't even know that they met on The Voice until like yesterday, I think it was, or the day before. I didn't know how they met or anything like that. I was just really into like the songs and things. And, you know, actually seeing them together, they're just so sweet. So, I didn't realise until yesterday, I watched an interview where Gwen Stefani was talking about how they were both leaving relationships, and Blake Shelton apparently, while they were working on The Voice, announced it, and Gwen was kind of going through the same thing. So she was kind of, you know, like that strumming my pain with his fingers moment of like, oh my goodness, he's literally talking about what's going on for me. And that's how they kind of bonded. So it's like they both left those traditional relationships, those previous relationships. You know, they both had children, I think, from previous relationships, but they bonded and found this beautiful connection. So it's like, again, like the rules aren't always the right choice. Love is always the best choice. And I'm going to make myself cry again. But I don't know. Go and listen to that John Legend song. I'm going to listen to it now. I'm going to tune into the energies. I'm going to, just to kind of show you how I do it. I'm going to put these cards back into the deck and give them a good shuffle. So, woo! Okay, the medallion and the maiden want to show themselves, apparently. So whatever that means to you. And then we're going to pull some cards and get into the reading, because we're 20 minutes in already. I'm going to have to go and get more coffee. Right? Does she need more coffee? Does she need more caffeine? I'm already a bit hyper. I'm getting really warm as well. Okay, shut up. Shh. Okay, we're going. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, deep breaths. I want to say I've calmed down a bit, but I still feel ever so slightly hyper. So let's see what we've got. I'm sorry, I don't know how my hair looks on camera. I've kind of got mermaid hair today, which is like suitable for your reading, Pisces, I feel, but definitely a little bit scruffy as usual. Pisces, they're just drawing my attention again to Blake Shelton, and he's just released another Christmas song, which is talking about, have you ever seen Santa wearing cowboy boots? So they were showing me cowboy boots. I don't know if somebody owns cowboy boots, could be something to that. Somebody's dressing up as Santa, but they're wearing cowboy boots. That John Legend song as well, it feels like it's the flip side of the Mariah Carey All I Want for Christmas Is You. It's like the same kind of thing. So again, this thing about like, oh God, I hope everybody's like getting together with their true love this Christmas. That's all I want for Christmas, is everybody to just be with people they love and be happy. Right, let's go. Pisces. Who are the main people in Pisces' reading today? Who do you want to talk about today? If I can get a maximum of 4 cards. Okay, perfect. So we've got the Tower, Scorpio energy, Judgment, Libra energy, the Empress, Libra, Taurus energy. Yellow, again, coming through as significant, which came through yesterday in King of Swords on the bottom there. Look, what I was saying, hands up. It's like, hands up. Look, he's going to spin around very, very slowly. You know, nothing to hide. Okay. Oh, this energy. All 3 major arcana. Which, to be fair, I've taken out a lot of the minor arcana out of this pack. You can see it's a lot smaller than these others. I've only got the character cards, but there are things like the King of Swords isn't major arcana, so all 3 of these major arcana, so that's quite big energy. I was going to say yellow came through in Aquarius's reading yesterday, the song, so I don't know if yellow is somebody's favourite colour, but there's this golden element as well. It's like, what's coming through with the rainbow? I was getting songs like, oh, what is it now? It was a Lana Del Rey song, Their Arches Are Illusions, you try to touch them, there's nothing there. So it's almost like somebody's going through different relationships or different emotions, and they're finding the one that's kind of right for them. And then it was coming through almost like trying to find the colours of the rainbow, but then there's this one person who's like this golden person for you. So who's your golden person? It's like more tangible, somebody who's more tangible, more valuable, where perhaps chasing the rainbows is hard to get hold of. But your message, what I'm actually going to use is the title for your reading, Pisces, is Dust Off Your Highest Hopes. So the things that you thought were impossible, perhaps there is gold at the end of the rainbow for you. Right, okay, so Judgment. So funny, we've got Judgment and the Tower. Both, now this is Libran energy for me, but it can be Scorpionic energy depending on the form of the Judgment. These two cards together talk about vengeance, retribution, which is much more Scorpionic energy. So you don't have to be dealing with a Scorpio or a Libra. Oh look, I don't like the way I'm holding those cards. It's like she doesn't see it coming. She doesn't see the Tower moment coming. Okay, you can go back down, Samuel L. Jackson, for a minute. Judgment. This is it's death and rebirth. It's getting your karma. Now in the upright, it means you're going to get good karma. It's really like a butterfly energy. It's like leaving something behind. It could be kind of painful, but then you have this rebirth, you have this redemption energy to it. So she's got the sword down. She's prepared to take action, or she's prepared to speak her truth, but she isn't currently doing it. It's pointing down. So again, this may be like hands up, like nothing to fear kind of thing. The Tower moment is, now it's a bit violent. I'm just going to cover it up just because I don't want to get any kind of like strikes or anything on my channel, so just to kind of cover that up, the Tower moment, it's kind of, think of it as being a light bulb moment. It's like a sudden realization. I was saying about, I can see clearly now, it's like something that could happen. It could kind of pull the rug out from underneath your feet. Again, you've got this painful death and rebirth energy. It's like something ending so that something new can begin, so you can have this beautiful second life, this rebirth into who you truly are, letting your true colours shine. I told you, everything's coming back up. So yeah, the Tower moment, it can be painful. It can just be a light bulb moment. It's just like this sudden, unexpected thing that either happens that kind of makes you realise something. We'll pull more on that. The Empress. So it's like this process though for somebody, this kind of light bulb moment, ending, rebirth, it leads into this Empress energy. It's like maybe you have to kind of scramble a little bit, maybe you have to kind of think on your feet, or it's like suddenly everything's turned to chaos around you. You weren't expecting it, and you then have to seize the moment, really come into what it was talking about, like your crown, right? This is like you getting your crown. Whether you're male, female, or non-binary, don't worry too much about the gender on the cards. Take it more as like the meaning of the energy, the meaning of the card. So this is like you really handling that situation. Again, I keep getting Tanaquil this week. Tanaquil, it was a queen in ancient Rome. So this was before the empire, before there were emperors, before there were, I mean, she's the empress, but before there were emperors and empresses, before there was the Republic, there were kings and queens in Rome, ancient Rome. So it's like the fables of Rome. Tanaquil, when there was an attempted assassination on her partner, on the king, and it could have turned her country into conflict and chaos, she seized control. She kept her cool, and she was like, right, this is the plan, this is what's happening, I'm going to go out and make a speech to the people, and she took control of the situation. So it's coming through as this somebody actually really stepping into their power is how it's coming through today. So let's just read a couple of the quotes for the book. I'm a bit sick of reading this Samuel L. Jackson quote. It's in, interestingly enough though, this quote that I'm about to read, it's in an Ariana Grande song. Now again, controversial here, so if you're particularly religious, just quick heads up that this is a bit controversial, but I feel like, again, it's kind of like breaking the rules for a good reason. So after the bombing on the Manchester Arena against Ariana Grande, and I think the reason for that was because she was so she's very sexually expressive as a woman. Her retaliation, if you want to put it that way, her response was she released God Is a Woman. Again, very, very controversial, but it was doing something. It was I don't know. Let's read the Tower. I mean, have I got that the right way around? I might have it the wrong way around. Everything's a bit wibbly wobbly tiny me, right? Why me at the moment? But she actually uses this quote. I think Madonna, again, another controversial female figure, actually recites this quote in that video. So I don't know why that's coming through. It could be for something. Again, I'm going to kind of cover that. Jules Winfield, so it's Samuel L. Jackson as Jules Winfield in Pulp Fiction. Life lessons: starting on the wrong foot or acting without the right support leads to a rocky outcome. I wouldn't say that was particularly the Tower, but we'll find out what else it wants to say when we pull more cards. Jules Winfield, sharing a Bible verse to strike fear into others. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger at those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know I am the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon you. So we'll see what that is. We'll see why that's there. Pull more cards on it. It may be a bit of a heads up. Vengeful X, perhaps. Let's read the Judgment card. So this is Kill Bill, right? She doesn't have a name, I don't think, in that film, does she? Where are you? Where are you? Judgment. So life lesson: never give up. A fire can be relit, even of its own accord. Okay, so I'm feeling almost like it's this way around. Yeah, that's feeling like it's more appropriate for me. So it's almost like this is a person who's tried to destabilize you. It could be an ex-partner or somebody in your life who perhaps was very, very controlling with that scorpionic energy, who perhaps has tried to hurt you. Something's happened there, and it's like you've realized the truth of the situation. So then you get this judgment energy, this what doesn't kill me makes me stronger, or I won't let it kill me. I'm not going to just lie down and take this anymore. This is how it's coming through for me. So the bride explains her, the bride explains her tragic past and the vengeance in her future. No, so maybe it is that way around. Maybe she wants, this leads to vengeance. I don't know. I don't like vengeance. I believe in putting it in the universe's hands, in allowing karma to play out. I don't think it's good karma for anyone to seek vengeance. I think that just brings about more bad karma to you. I would just trust the universe and let the universe put it in their hands. Just take the honourable action is what I want to say. The bride explains her tragic past, and it's consuming as well. The need for vengeance is very, very consuming. It means that other person still has power over you, and it's actually healthier, I think, to just release it and let it go, because the more you feel resentful, the more you hold on to the need to get revenge, the more you're giving your power away to that other person. It doesn't serve you. It's consuming. So that somebody perhaps needs to hear that. The bride explains her tragic past and the vengeance in her future. Looked dead, didn't I? But I wasn't. Actually, Bill's last bullet put me in a coma I was to lie in for 4 years. When I woke up, I went on what the movie advertisements referred to as a roaring rampage of revenge. So I don't know which way. I really feel like it should be that way, though. Because maybe it's two, maybe it's like one tower moment leads to another tower moment. Maybe this is what it's trying to teach us, like break the cycle of tower moments, break the cycle of revenge. If people keep trying to get revenge on each other, like Romeo and Juliet, right? It's like tit for tat, an eye for an eye. What is it? Something about eyes, the whole world goes blind. Is that another Bible quote? I don't know the Bible very well. I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, it's like the new start is learning how to let go, learning how to let sleeping dogs lie. My hand has gone very cold. The Empress. Now, the Empress wouldn't waste her time trying to get revenge. She'd just get on with her life. She'd be like, you go and do whatever you want to do over there. You go and like mess up your own life, like running around like school children trying to like, you did this to me, you did this to me. She's just like sat on her throne watching all this happen, like whatevs. The Empress would be the person to say, because it's Libran energy, the Empress would be the person going, okay, so how do we solve this? How do we put this behind us? How do we bring both sides into my empire, right? This is, she recognises that when there's, they're giving me two tribes go to war, money's all that you can score. So she recognises that if there's two communities who are fighting, all that does is waste money, it destructs. I mean, yes, you know, some people will profit. People who sell guns will profit. People who sell bombs will profit. Do we want those people to get rich while, you know, the little people all kill each other? No, is my answer. So what you would find is that the Empress is the person who mediates. She pacifies. She opens up communication because she realizes that her empire will be stronger. If she's got two factions fighting in her empire, she knows that that's just going to waste resources. It's going to deplete her power, her community. So she would be the person mediating and saying, okay, what do we need to do to create peace? Because she knows that if these two people get along, they're going to be more productive. They can put more work into things like farming that create more prosperity. So she's very, very intelligent, the Empress. It's coming through as like justice energy, which is another Libran card. It's like she can see the waste of revenge. She can see the perpetual cycle that this creates, which is like a spiral, right? Spiraling down. She knows that it's better to build up. Okay. Really, I knew this was going to be an interesting reading. Elizabeth Taylor is Cleopatra in Cleopatra. Exactly. And that's what Cleopatra did, right? She was the Queen of Egypt. The Queen of Egypt could have so easily gone to war with Rome. You know, everything was in the balance. But she seduced, basically. She seduced Julius Caesar. She seduced Mark Antony. And made it so that they could cooperate. And then Octavian came along and was like, nope. But we'll talk about that another day. So she recognised that it was better for her people to protect her people against the might of Rome. It was better to negotiate. It was better to work together rather than to try and fight, which would have just meant that it would have all gone wrong for her. So something like that. Elizabeth Taylor is Cleopatra in Cleopatra. True acceptance and wealth come from within and can easily extend outwards. Cleopatra on her role as Queen Mother. A woman too must make the barren land fruitful. She must make life grow where there was no life. So it's like, this is the judgment. Like, after the destruction, after the fighting, after the war is over, after all has gone to ruin, the rebirth energy comes along with the Empress, who is this it comes with an energy of expansion, of growth, of opportunity. You know, this is a wasteful energy. This is an expansive energy. She can bring life back into a situation where there was no life left. So again, it's coming through as potentially like somebody leaving a situation. Could be work, could be a bad relationship, feeling like they were on the knees, but having this rebirth energy, the caterpillar into the butterfly, right? And then like turning into this expansive growth energy, this opportunity, like opportunity being rebirthed out of some kind of ending. Again, this is coming through probably as three people. So see, this is you, this is your ex, this is your person helping you, or this is you leveling up, potentially. We'll get more cards, we'll see how this goes. So okay, or it could be that both of these are the same energy because they both want revenge. Didn't she wants revenge, the band She Wants Revenge come through for, I don't know if it's Aquarius or Capricorn. I get a lot of crossover. The Pilgrim. Now, I wasn't particularly asking a question, so I don't know if this is the right card to take. The Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim? Is that a film? Maybe that is relevant to somebody. We're going to read The Pilgrim. I'm not sure where it sits. We're going to take it as an underlying energy, as like a storyline behind all this. The Pilgrim. The Wanderer, the Traveller, the Apprentice. For the pilgrim, an outward journey is always an inward journey. This archetypal wanderer seeks wisdom, experience, and meaning in the farthest reaches of the globe, and in the deepest reaches of the spirit. Others will wonder when the pilgrim will settle down and claim a more conventional life, but the pilgrim knows that the heart belongs in motion. When there is motion, there is freedom, expansion, and growth. Responsibilities, social conventions, and logistics lull us to sleep, and soon the pilgrim becomes veiled in the slumber of the day-to-day. Yet when this archetype awakens, it rallies our sense of adventure and leads us out of the door towards a new reality. When the pilgrim is at your side, you will never lack courage, nor do you need every amenity. Travel light, travel soon, your spirit needs it. When light, learns, grows, adapts, studies. When dark, aloof, non-committal and flaky. Go deeper, The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost, and Masie by David White. I'll just kind of show you because it's a bit of a... we all have a deep longing to answer the call to get unstuck. What are the obstacles between you and the door? Even in the stillness of meditation, the pilgrim feels the movement of the heart towards what it loves. So this is exactly what I was saying. It's like somebody has been stuck in a place. It could be a workplace, it could be a relationship, it could be a family situation. There's some place where somebody somewhere, again, I don't know who this is for, it's a general reading, ask for the most important message to come through that's going to do the most good. So somebody is stuck in a situation and it's like they feel like there's a lot of obstacles, like they feel that sense of wanting to go on an adventure. They know that where they are, there's no more growth, there's no more opportunity, there's nowhere to go in this situation, so they know that the ending has to come. But what are the obstacles? How do you get out of the situation? How do you move in towards your Empress energy, where you are taking control of your life, and feeling independent, feeling free, feeling like you're moving into the unknown? But in the unknown, there's growth and potential and abundance. There's it's potential. There's newness. There's opportunity in the unknown. So yeah, this feels like underlying energy here. Right, okay, so the Tower. Can you tell me about who is represented by the Tower card? The Eternal Child. Okay, who is represented by the Judgment card, please? Whoa, that is probably too many. We've got the Seed, the Village, Shapeshifter, and the Orphan. Oh my god, they always come out together. With that separating, I feel like this is the Orphan. The Village again talks about having to leave something behind, leaving your comfort zone, going out exploring, very similar to the Pilgrim card. They keep telling me Scott Pilgrim, maybe somebody's called Scott. The Empress. The Empress. The Flame. Giving me eternal flame. Say my name, sun shines through the rain. My whole life so lonely. Then you come and ease the pain. I don't wanna lose this feeling. Right, well that song's going in the book. That feels very, very relevant, doesn't it? I'm going to pause while I write it down, save time. Yeah, the Orphan card, a whole life so lonely. So it doesn't have to be literally someone who's orphaned. It doesn't have to literally be someone who's lost their parents. But it's feeling of like abandonment issues, feeling like there's no love in a situation. Like, and it's very, for me, it really pulls at my heartstrings, the Orphan card, because it's like the need for that connection, like that real kind of like desert of the heart space, like not being able to find something that really makes your heart sing. So there's a real emotional need with the Orphan card, and it breaks my heart, and they always come out together, right, the Eternal Child. The inner child, the child of joy. The Eternal Child is connected to the timeless ageless. The Eternal Child is connected to the timeless, ageless, and infinite aspects of life. It is radiant and fearless, and seeks joy above all else and at any cost. It struggles being bound to an aging body with physical limitations in a world that demands attention to detail and logistics. The Eternal Child wants to nix all rules and responsibilities and go beyond what others say is possible. It wants to return with plenty of friends to the land of the free, where divine wine and creativity pour from the earth and sky. We all want to sip from the well of eternal youth, and this makes the eternal child naturally popular, perhaps even famous. The eternal child glimmers. It's like that golden thing that was coming through yesterday in Aquarius's reading. It reminds us of what is possible, what is magical about this precious life. When light, joyful, playful, accepts all magic. When dark, addicted, selfish, adrift and burns out. Go deeper, Icarus, Peter Pan. Rumi's Has Anyone Seen the Boy? Celebrity culture is based heavily on this archetype, as is the phrase live hard and die young, and the series of artists and musicians who died at 27. Didn't Amy Winehouse die at 27 as well? She's been coming through a lot. This archetype is so spirited that when its appetite for life isn't satiated, it seeks spirits and substance elsewhere. The eternal child struggles with addictions of all varieties. Oh. Yeah, you could be dealing perhaps with somebody who's very immature, somebody who doesn't handle things well. Again, I think the need for vengeance I was talking about, it's like very school ground. It's like very immature, very childish. Okay, judgment with the orphan. Now, they are consecutive, but I always put them in separately. I always hate separating them, though, because I feel like this person heals this person usually. At the moment, it's not coming through that way. So they were separate. I was shuffling, and they chose to come out again together. The wounded child, the abandoned, the beggar. To study the orphan is to study the deep and challenging energy of our time. We are ever more connected and yet face collective isolation. 2020 lockdown strikes again. The refugee crisis haunts our planet. Children are separated from parents and the earth begs for our attention. We are in a time of universal orphanage, of nature, of each other, of our own hearts. Take refuge in the fact that we all share this core wound and dilemma. It is normal to fear this card as it haunts the caverns of the soul. When it appears, take time, real time, to be in the presence of the feelings this card stirs in you. Let it humble you. What are you starving for? What is the deepest gift you could imagine giving to others? What has been rejected? It is quite possibly what is needed, what is most needed, dear one. When light, deep solace, deep acceptance, deep love. When dark, distanced, hates and avoids, controlling, limiting. Again, that controlling, that hateful energy. Go deeper, Mary Oliver's The Kitten. Tenderness beyond tenderness is required. Imagine holding yourself in your hands. To recognise that each one of us fears rejection and isolation is to take one step towards the orphan. More kindness always. Tenderness beyond tenderness. Try a little tenderness. Access this archetype through creative acts like drawing, painting or writing. Keep it simple. Ask the orphan what it wants to draw, make or say. Okay. The Empress and the Flame. Wow. So this could be someone you have your eye on, or somebody who has their eye on you, depending on if you think that you're the Empress or you think that if this represents you, it could be that somebody sees you as their flame. It could be that you have that flame relit inside you, that burning desire, something that really speaks to like where you've felt hollow in the past. Now they're giving me Tori Kelly Hollow. I'm getting a lot of songs for you. Where you may have felt hollow or disconnected in the past, this is like something burning inside you that is fueling this Empress energy, this rebirth. Okay. The fire, the spark, the glimmer. In Sanskrit, the word for fire is Agni. The ancient yogis saw this flame at the centre of the abdomen and believed it to be responsible for our vitality. When it is lit, we are connected to our purpose and sense that life is a sacred gift. It is said that those who cannot see the sacred around them have let their inner flame go out. Think of this card as a call to reignite that fire. Now I'm getting relight my fire. To cup your hands gently around those things you've forgotten and protect the flame, no matter how harshly the winds around you blow. It could be an inner archetype that begs you to light its wick. It is likely that the poet, the mystic, or the shaman would call to you with the language of the flame. When light, health, mental clarity, good digestion. When dark, excess heat and anger, right? Complete darkness. This is like choose light. Don't go down the dark path of vengeance and retaliation and childishness. This is like, let that fire be relit inside you and kind of come into your best version of yourself. Use the flame, whether it's anger, whether it's passion, whether it's desire. Use the flame to kind of energize yourself to level up. The Empress, the Judgment, you know, Justice, Libran energy is very, very mature. Go Deeper, The Light You Give Off by Rumi. Gerard Richter's candle paintings. I'll just show you those because sometimes I don't know if I'm pronouncing names properly. To enliven the connection with this archetypal energy, practice the candle gazing technique called Trataka. Notice how lighting a single candle in any space brings up magic to the room and creates a sense of reverence. The archetypal fire is the beginning of all transformation, right? Purification and manifestation. The Empress is like mega manifester. Nearly every spiritual lineage honours the flame. Right, well, I need to write those songs down. What did I get? Relight My Fire and... oh, what was the other one I got? I don't know. I'm going to pause and try and remember. No, couldn't remember the other song, but I've made a note and I can rewatch it. Okay, so tell me more about the Tower and the Eternal Child. What do you want to tell me about the Tower and the Eternal Child, please? Tell me about who is this person, the Tower and the Eternal Child. The Tower and the Eternal Child. The Lovers. Gemini energy. So it could be, this is the Tower moment. Maybe you're bringing this moment in. Maybe somebody else has done this. Where it's like, the Lover's card was traditionally called the Choice. I see it as somebody choosing love over everything else. It can mean a choice in partnership, a choice between two different lovers or multiple lovers. I don't know, maybe. I don't know your situation. It can sometimes mean a third-party situation. But this is like someone choosing love and I think communicating it. Or realising it. Because I think okay, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have swapped it round. See, I should trust them. I shouldn't try and control the narrative, should I? I should trust what they say. So yeah, okay. So where there was a lack of... Hollow by Tori Kelly, that's what it was. Where there was a void, I feel like that flame's been lit inside, right? It's created a tower moment. Somebody's perhaps choosing love and using that flame to power this rebirth. Hollow, let me just write Hollow. TK Maxx, perhaps somebody's been there recently. Judgment and the Orphan then. Judgment and the Orphan. Tell me about Judgment and the Orphan. Tell me about Judgment and the Orphan. Why is the Orphan here with Judgment, please? I'll try and do it on camera. Look at all these like geese and swans. Mother of Cups. Yeah, so this Mother of Cups, she has a huge amount of love to give. I'm saying she, it could be they or he. Take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. So this energy here is somebody, it could be somebody who's a mother. Very, very, very deep emotions. Has a huge amount of emotional control in the upright. Very loving, very nurturing. But this is looking back at the past. So two ways I could read this. This could be somebody who perhaps missed having that mother figure in their life. They missed having someone who provided that energy of somebody who was loving and nurturing and mothering. So therefore they've got a void where a need for that kind of love in their life. They need someone perhaps to nurture them, to love them unconditionally. Or this is somebody who has a huge amount of love to give, but they're looking back in the past and perhaps feeling like perhaps they weren't receiving that love in return. Perhaps they nurtured others, but had a need to be nurtured themselves. So then these two lovers, like the flames lit inside, the connection's made. It creates this tower moment, which means that this person has found somebody that they can fly side by side with. Could be a message for somebody like that. Tell me then about the Empress and the Flame. Tell me about the Empress and the Flame, please. Son of Wands. Oh, that's the Knight of Wands. Yeah, wow. Was it? I feel like it was Aquarius. Could have been Capricorn. But somebody up here had like 3 Knight of Wands cards. This is the Knight of Wands. This is that flame. The flame lit, but it is like burning like a firework. It's burning like it's burning like a rocket ship. It's hugely powerful, hugely energizing. Whatever this flame is, this passion that's been lit, whether it's it could be anything, right? Whatever that passion is that's been lit, that flame that's been lit, it's like a mega battery pack of like really fueling this energy. The Son of Wands is the Knight of Wands. It is the fieriest energy in the tarot. In the reverse, it can mean a player, but in the upright, it's like empowerment energy. It's moving very quickly, with a lot of intention, with a lot of passion towards your goals, towards things that really speak to your heart space, to your guts, to your core. It's very empowered energy. It is quite masculine energy. It is phallic energy. So take that as it resonates. The Emperor is on the underlying. So we've got the Empress and the Emperor here showing up now. The Empress and the Emperor keep coming out recently. I'm going to bob him there next to the Empress. Could be a father and a mother. Could be a connection that's made. These are from different packs. So what this sometimes tells me is that this could be 2 people who are on a very similar path, very empowered. Again, I feel like it came out for one of the last couple of readings I did. These are 2 very strong energies, very empowered energies, and they can come together and be like a brilliant team. They're like they're very yin and yang. The Emperor is the person who's like more, it doesn't have to, don't worry about gender, but the Emperor is the person who's more likely to take action, the person who's more likely to give the orders, to enact the plan. The Empress is a more supportive, nurturing role. She's the person who's got the Emperor's back. She's the person with the ideas. She's the person who creates the space for the Emperor to take the action. So could be that these people come from different backgrounds. It could be, I'm not seeing it as like an Emperor and an Empress who are currently together. They would come out from the same deck in that case. This is more like 2 people who've come from different spaces, different experiences, different families, coming together to create something new. Wow. I told you these readings have been amazing this week. Tell me why this darkness is here. Why is this darkness here? Tell me more about the darkness. Tell me more about the darkness. Somebody could have a mother who's passed over. The snake here represents mothering energy and nurturing energy. Snakes represent a lot of different things for me in tarot, but in this particular card it tends to be a protective mother energy, but it could be that this person's on the other side with all the darkness. It could be the snake could also be here to symbolize the infinity symbol, like something that cannot be, something that's a perpetual cycle, or something that cannot be broken, a bond that cannot be broken. Snakes also shed their skin, which can be talking about, especially with the Judgment card here, because the Judgment card is death and rebirth, a second life, you know, really leaving the past behind. Something's ended and it's like you're stepping out in this new skin. So it could be something there with that. Tell me about the Orphan and the Mother of Cups, please. Okay, that's the card they want. Another card fell out. It was the 8 of Pentacles. I feel like it was in reverse, which could mean that somebody's not putting the work in here, somebody's not putting enough effort in, or you were doing something over and over again but not seeing the results. Yeah, I'm going to take it. So this is moving on in your thoughts, thinking about moving on to calmer waters, moving on to a better place, leaving the chaos and the mess behind. Feeling quite dragged, maybe like literally like your friends have come in and dragged you out of this situation. It does feel like some, you know, these crows to me in the tarot represent a lot of birds here. The crows represent to me kind of almost messengers between the spiritual side and the tangible reality that we're in. So they're a very spiritual animal representing messages, kind of spirit guides as well, spirit guides who guide us through dark periods. So I do feel like this could represent for some of you, if you have got a mother figure who's passed over. It doesn't have to be a mother either, it could be an aunt, or it could be grandmother, just a feminine nurturing energy that perhaps was taken from your life. It does feel like spiritually you're being pulled out of a situation. You may feel very, very divinely led out of a situation. So tell me about the Tower, the Eternal Child, and the Lovers. Tell me about the Lovers, please. Tell me about the Lovers. Tell me about the Lovers. Oh, is it in reverse? Oh no. Could be in the reverse. This could be somebody withholding love from a situation. It could be somebody who's aces are new, so this is a new relationship, something in the future, something you're moving towards. You can see these birds are moving towards this, but it could be that somebody's not offering this cup. There's a holding back. It could be that a love was rejected, which is painful. I will find out more about why that Ace of Cups is in reverse. I feel like it's somebody wanting to offer a cup, wanting to make a new connection, but perhaps there's a fear. But then you're leading into the Emperor and Empress and the Flame and the Son of Wands. Tell me about this energy, please. Ten of Cups. Yeah, moving towards your happiness. Happiness in connections with other people, whether that's romantic or friendship or otherwise. You're moving towards things that make you feel passionate. You're moving towards things that flare your creativity, that make you level up into Emperor or Empress energy, that make you... I'm hearing that make you care. Can you hear all the sirens? This is like somebody following their hopes and their dreams. Like my video cut out there as well. This, yeah, feels like somebody really, really empowering. So it's like no matter what happens, no matter if you extend love and it gets denied, this flame has been lit inside you. So no matter what happens in that relationship, you now have the capacity to grow, to expand, to go for things that make you happy, to put yourself first. You know, we had the one card. So like, even if you get rejected, even if something didn't work out, maybe this is... I was saying this is very immature energy. It's third person energy. Maybe you were in a relationship. Maybe it was dark. Maybe it just wasn't working. And maybe this person... Maybe the other person is the one that walked away from it, and you kind of were shocked. You were like, well, I knew it was going to end. I could feel that there was no expansion or growth here, but I wasn't expecting you to be the person who walked away from this relationship. Perhaps you see your ex-partner as very, very immature. So then it's like, well, you've got to stand on your own 2 feet now, but it's moving you towards something that's a lot better for you. It's moving you towards real happiness. It's like out of the darkness is this rebirth, this passion, or the opportunity for passion, right? Yeah, like 5 of Cups. Don't cry over spilt milk. Don't worry about the things that didn't work out. Look to the cups that are coming in for you. Look to the newness. Look to the potential. There's something better coming in for you. There's something better on the horizon. It's like learning. It's like a life lesson. Learning how to pick yourself back up when you fall down. Tell me whatever else you want to tell. No, I want to specifically ask. Let's go back to that deck a second. Why is the Ace of Cups in reverse here? Why is the Ace of Cups in reverse? Can you tell me why the Ace of Cups is in reverse, please? Secret. Oh, yeah, somebody's making a choice. Somebody's looking out the window. They're ready to leave. This is like choice between two, right? You know, the choice between 2 relationships, perhaps. It doesn't... It's showing as romantic. Somebody has made a choice. They've turned their back to one of these sticks. They are holding on tight to the other one, that leading to the Ace of Wands, right? It's like perhaps because it's locked down, you know, they're not interested in this anymore, whatever that is. They're looking out the window. They've got this world with them, this It's the VW Beetle. Not the Beetle. I like camper van. I like them. It's like they're ready to travel. They're ready to move. They're ready to move into this new expansive territory. They're looking at the horizon, at the potential, at the future. They don't care about that past energy anymore. There's nothing there. Like, there's nothing there. So yeah, they're ready to move forward. But at the moment, maybe people are stuck in lockdown. You know, people can't travel. So at the moment, it's like just looking, wishing, waiting, watching, and then you can move. And then it's like racing out of the gates. So whenever you can move, I feel like you're going to move with a lot of passion towards, yeah, towards a connection where you feel like people are going to put the work in, where it's going to be teamwork, where there's going to be results to the effort that you put in. You want somebody with the same goals as you. You want to work together with somebody. Now, this again could be a relationship, it could be work, it could be friendships, but you want to be with people who have the same goals as you, who work with you rather than against you, I feel. Who, yeah, it really feels like having the same goals. Okay. Tell me more, we've got the strength card. Tell me more, we've got the high priestess. Eight of Pentacles, yeah, there you go. It was in the reverse there, it's coming in the upright. Somebody's going to put in the effort, feeling like you're ready to put in the effort, feeling like you're going to master something. And it could be mastering self-confidence, it could be mastering this Emperor and Empress energy. It's hard to maintain Emperor and Empress energy. You know, we all fall down sometimes. We all have those moments where we have a little bit of a mini breakdown. We just kind of have to like go and cry in the corner for a little while because something didn't work out. But it's knowing how to pull yourself back out of that, you know, not being in that energy for too long. So it's a learning progress being in this Emperor and Empress energy. It doesn't happen overnight. Crows are shouting at me again. Crows here. So strength, a situation that's going to take a lot of strength, a partnership that's going to give you a lot of strength. I love the description of this card, can't wait to read it. And then the High Priestess, this is like trusting your spirit, trusting your intuition, being able to see beyond the veil, being able to look forward into the unknown, and trusting that you're going to a better place. We're going to read both of these cards. I love this is the Muse Tarot. If anyone's interested in getting with this one, the messages that come with it are amazing, really empowering, really positive. And there's definitely a connection here for you. Again, could be a lover, a friend, somebody in your life who is lighting this flame and pulling you into this Emperor and Empress energy of like anything is possible. Anything I set my mind to, dust off your hopes and dreams and wishes, Pisces. The impossible is becoming possible for you, but it's that flame. You have to nurture that flame inside you. You have to keep the passion alive. And there's going to be there's going to be challenges. There's going to be things that don't work out. You know, people who don't want your cup of love. There's going to be trials that kind of knock you and set you back and make you feel like giving up. But this is the lesson here, I feel, is learning how to pick yourself back up, learning how to relight that fire, learning how to reassess your goals and believe that they are possible. You just have to maybe take a different route. Maybe you know, love is out there for you, unconditional love, this nurturing connection is out there for you. You know, maybe you picked the wrong person. That's okay. Everybody has these moments in their life. You know, perhaps you poured all your love into a situation that didn't give back. That's okay. Just it's about knowing when to not linger in that past, not linger in the pain, but be able to have the strength to get back up, reassess and think, well, you know what, rejection is God's protection. If that person didn't want me, why would I want them? You know, there's somebody out there who will want me and who will value me and who will give me that Three of Pentacles of being able to like put the work in. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles underneath, opportunity for growth with the Empress. Okay, right, settle down, boys and girls, for story time, because this is one of my favourite cards to read. Strength is Leo energy as well, just to kind of say. Gentle influence and strength, courage, fierce serenity. I love that. High Priestess, right? Fierce serenity. Beautiful contradiction. What is it? A Kenning. I couldn't remember the name of this a while back, and I was like, what is the word I'm trying to think of? It's a Kenning poem. Fierce serenity, beautiful disaster, innocence, pure thoughts and actions, honest tranquility, gentle leadership. The Empress is all about gentle leadership, flexibility and strength in the face of uncertainty, purity, integrity. Prompt: the gentle courage of angels. Oh my goodness, the gentle courage of angels. It's so beautiful. And oh, what a curious sight we must be, she mused. This tiny thing perched on his head, leading the way with her breath. Ah, but they don't know you like I do, he continued, and all the strength you carry. He could feel a wave of brave tranquility radiate from within her, all that flexible defiance, all that softness, and yet somehow all the beasts, both wonderful and terrible, seemed to take great pleasure in bowing before her. They yield to her quiet strength and fall reverent to her peaceful demeanour. For the power in her breath is calmness embodied. He looked up at her small toes, dangling down into the corners of his vision, and tilted his head back to lick them. She giggled, and leaned down and wrapped her small arms around his neck and gently squeezed. It's true, she whispered, her love stopping him in his tracks. What a curious light we must be. It does say light. What a curious light we must be. Fierce serenity, a graceful nod, to the beast, to the fear, to the night. A rooted calm, she claims her power towards the wind, towards the world, towards her light. So again, so beautiful. And literally I've got tears in my eyes. Love that card so much. Lions are my favourite animal. Fierce serenity. Like, they're very noble, aren't they? It's really coming through as like this Empress and Empress energy, right? It's like they're a power couple because the Emperor has the strength. The Emperor takes the action. Again, don't worry about gender roles. You know, it could be a female Emperor. If you're non-binary, just take it as it resonates. But the relationship, it's like yin-yang energy. So the Empress is the support. The Empress is the words of wisdom. The Empress is the intuition. It's like these two cards always come out together, and then these two cards always come out together. The Empress and the High Priestess, in the last couple of weeks, they keep coming out together. It's like it really is like divine feminine energy, like the best we could possibly be. Not only the best earthly self, but the best spiritual self as well. It's like somebody who embodies these aspects for you, or you embody these aspects for somebody else. Because, yeah, this is like... Oh, it could be within you, right? It could be like you being the Emperor in your own life, having the, you know, the ability to take action, to know where you're going, and to do it with confidence. But then also this kind of spiritual side of you, the intuition, the more feminine side that kind of whispers words of wisdom in your ear. Trust your intuition, Pisces. You are one of the most intuitive signs. You know, the Priestess is a water sign. It's water energy. It normally represents Scorpio for me, but it could very easily be Pisces. Really, really trust whatever's trying to come to you spiritually right now. Really trust it. Love it so much. The Priestess. Intuitive powers and powerful nudges from spirit, psychic dreams, a time to listen to your instincts, introspection, visions and hearing the heavens, keeping secrets, hidden wisdom, allowing your projects to germinate in the numinous space of the liminal. Prompt: sacred share. It was just 1111 on my clock. It won't be on yours. It's because I have to stop and restart my recording to stop it breaking up. But yeah, on my recording it was 1111. She sits with one foot in this realm and the other in the depths of the cosmic field of information. Hers is a throne made of ocean and sand, a conductor of ancient wisdom and of the divine mysteries that are passed down to those who seek her with an open heart. She reaches up for the moon and holds its pulsating energy in her palms, listening for the revelations from the muse. Sorry, they're interrupting me. Somebody may have a Scorpio mother who's passed over. Got a lot of Scorpio in this reading. She asks you to open up to its secrets, and as metaphor and message spill forth in strange tongues, you must trust your intuition to translate. Your instincts are a powerful guidance system, and the Priestess reminds you that working with the subtle energies of the spirit will bring you unshrouded truth, prophetic truth even. Pay attention to your dreams and to your mind's eye, as potent and meaningful messages are coming to you now. Keep your inner voice open to inner listening. Yeah, so that could easily represent you and your own intuition. And as the ocean you can hear, our eyes not mired by your fear. And as we connect to past veiled veneer, in true Delphic crystal clear. So yeah, looking past the veneer, perhaps a veneer of relationships, you know, the front, the faces, the masks we all wear in our day-to-day life, because we're not all 100% truthful. You know, I don't think anyone actually is 100% truthful about everything that's going on in their life. We all push things down. We all put on a brave face. You know, maybe it's you've got children and maybe something's upset you, but you don't want to show that to your children, so you put on a brave face. It could be a lot of different things, right? It could be something's upset you at home and then you've got to go into work, but you kind of just, you get on with it, whatever that is for you. But this is like being able to see past that veneer with other people. Maybe you're the sort of person who, you know, you go into work and you can tell something's off with somebody, so you pull them aside and you're like, is everything okay with you? It's that kind of thing. Noticing when people aren't around, you know, noticing when people go quiet, noticing when people aren't there, maybe. Right, okay, my Pisces sun chose your deck. I wasn't sure which deck to use, the Energy Oracle or the Wisdom of the Oracle, and he chose these ones, which are lovely in blue, so they suit you. Pisces, ooh, just adjusting there before I get these cards out. So, Pisces, 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 what is the best advice the universe can give you today from this pack? Strategy. Yeah, well, the Emperor and Empress definitely have a strategy. And the second chakra, Archangel Ariel, that is all to do with confidence, very much the lion energy, confidence, determination, the heart and stomach of a king, and a king of England too. That's Queen Elizabeth I quote. Oh, underneath there as well, Archangel Raphael. Yeah, you're getting all the angels today. Definitely feeling like there's spiritual guidance around you. Oh, and the Daughter Romance. How did I not see that? 33. Didn't you have a card that was like 33? I don't know where that's gone. Okay, well, my interest is piqued. Love a good romance. Right, okay. Let's see what we have here. So strategy number 21. Okay. Are you ready for story time, boys and girls? Making a plan. This card shows a pen, journal and compass and key. When you receive this card upright, it indicates that this is the optimum time for setting up a very specific strategy for achieving your goals, Emperor and Empress. Write about the direction you want to go in. Consider any potential change in course that may be needed. Wasn't I saying that? Wasn't I saying that? There may be obstacles. There may be things where things don't work out, but it's all about how figuring out how to circumnavigate obstacles, how to pick yourself back up and keep on going. So you may have to change your plans, but that's okay. That's okay. That's part of the plan. The ability to change your plan is part of the plan. Be aware of the particulars regarding your goals and have some conscious plan in mind. Structure the short-term goals needed to make your long-term goal a reality. Baby steps. That was coming through for somebody this week. Like one foot in front of the other. Rome wasn't built in a day. And my tummy's rumbling. I'm hungry. I've not had breakfast yet. Shush, tummy. Wait. You've got like 2 minutes. Shush. You'll be fine. This card is telling you, it's funny, you've got Archangel Ariel up there with that stomach chakra, and my tummy's rumbling. Maybe my tummy's rumbling because it's trying to roar like a lion. Maybe that's what it is. That's what I'm going to say. It's telling you to be confident and trust your gut. This card is telling you to spend some time setting things in order. It's time to take full control, Emperor, Empress, Lion, and thought to action, and set your sights on the road ahead. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. I'm going to take the line up there. I'm just going to get rid of whatever Samuel L. Jackson's doing there. Right, okay. Not interested in your vengeance today, Samuel L. Jackson. Love your film. Love a bit of Pulp Fiction, but not about the vengeance. Right, Daughter Romance, New Beginnings in Love. Whether you're looking for a new relationship or just more love in the relationship you're in, this door with a heart opens onto a new beginning in your experience. I love it. I love your reading, Pisces. You always have really good readings. Big soppy Pisces. Big soppy Pisces. My video is cutting out again. I'm just going to come in and give you a big hug. Ah, my polar bears. Wait, hang on. I don't know where I'm up to anymore. I got distracted. A new love may be arriving, and you are being brought together by a strong, resonant connection. This may be a call from a past life, or it may be a new tenderness about to bloom into heartfelt affection. This relationship already exists in the energetic potential. So when this card appears in your spread, make sure you are projecting the kind of self-loving energy that you want to receive from others. Be aware that the universe returns your self-caring treatment to you. It's ready to open the door. Are you? I'm going to give you the affirmation. You may want to say this to yourself in the mirror a couple of times. As I open the door to my own self-love, I attract more and more loving tenderness to me. Exactly. You're not going to attract an emperor if you're not an empress. The empress is going to attract the emperor. The emperor is going to attract the empress. Well, maybe you're an empress and you want another empress. Whatever. But the higher your vibrational level, the higher vibrational you will attract from others. If you don't value yourself, you're going to attract people who are going to take advantage of you. So find that self-worth, find that core strength, find that intuitive voice that whispers to you, that tells you you've got the strength to level up in your own life. And then whatever that relationship is, I'm so sorry about my tummy, whatever that relationship is, whether it's friendship, family, people are going to respect you more, and you're going to attract better connections with other people. So there you go. That is your little mantra for the next couple of weeks, Pisces. All the best. I hope you have a lovely Christmas if I don't see you before that, and if you don't celebrate it, that's okay too. Leave me a like if you like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that shazazz. If you don't want to, absolutely fine. I really appreciate your view. I appreciate you sticking with me this long. This is looking really good, Pisces, I have to say. Thank you to everybody who's supporting my channel. Best of luck to you. I love you, Pisces. You've got this. There you go, my little polar bears. Go forth and conquer. Take care, guys. Bye bye. Sorry, Pisces, I've got a little post-it note attached to your reading here. As I was starting to tidy up, I was just sort of shuffling this deck ready to put them away, and the devil came out with the 5 of Pentacles as I was finishing listening to Mariah Carey's My All. Now in that song she does give her power away to somebody else. This is saying don't get stuck in cycles where you feel like you have no power, where you feel like that you can't live, that you can't cope without somebody else in your life. You can, Pisces, you can. You're the lion and the muse of strength. You've got this. You're the high priestess. You've got this. So if you find yourself sinking back into those moments where you're like, I'd give my all to have just 1 minute with you, and I love that song, but right now it's not the right energy for you. So stop moping, stop trying to give your power away to somebody else, Pisces, because some of you's doing this and this is your burden. 9 of Wands. The devil energy is here to say this is the attachment. This is where the devil's going to come in and trip you up, where you feel that loss, where you feel that nostalgia for the things that didn't work out. This is your obstacle to overcome, Pisces. You've got this, okay? Focus on these things, because this is what's going to carry you through. All right, somebody needed to hear that. I'm going again. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. Bye bye, Pisces.